Welcome back to First Take. Ben Johnson and the Bears are doubling down after that icy handshake following the Packers' loss at Soldier Field in the wild card round. Reminder, this is the oldest rivalry in the NFL and has been pretty one-sided up until this year when the Bears beat the Packers 2 out of 3 times. Here's Ben Johnson.
Beyond, getting this important playoff win, why is this important to you, or is there something personal beyond that?
This is a rivalry, and city of Chicago, Green Bay, it needs to be a rivalry. There's a rivalry that exists between these two teams, something that I fully recognize and I'm a part of. And I don't like that team. So George and I have talked, and we're on the same page.
George and I talk. I assume he's going to George McCaskey there, saying we're on the same page. We don't like that team. The Bears don't like the Packers.
Right.
Do his comments justify the icy handshake?
I would say no. It's not a big deal. I want to emphasize it. It's not a big deal at all. It's not something I'd write a column about and criticize them for or anything like that. Man, go out there and win. That's the bottom line. Shoot, they are the enemy.
They are writing columns about this.
That's true. But I will tell you, I understand because it's Chicago. That's how they roll. And that's not an insult. That's a compliment. I love Chicago newspapers. But here's the deal. You look at Ben Johnson, you're the head coach, you're leader of men. And there's a certain level of decorum I think you should show, at least in the moment on the field. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you do in the locker room. I don't care what you do with your players. I don't care what conversations you have. But most importantly, if you're not going to be that way, you know what? Just keep it honest. He walked into this job not liking Matt LaFleur, from what I've been told. He does not like him, okay? It's personal, and it ain't because of the Bears and Packers. It's because of Ben Johnson and Matt LaFleur. He don't like him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been told. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no Adam Schefter. But I've been around a while. You know what I'm saying? I know a little bit. And not only that, again, I'm brilliant because I know I'm not. I listen to those who are. So I'm the dude that'll pick up the phone and call Adam Schefter. This is what I'm hearing. Am I right? Now, I didn't call him about this. But I'm just saying, you just wise enough to know who knows. And I'm saying to you, that's the situation. Don't try to don't hide behind the Bears and the Packers and what rivalries. We know it's supposed to be a rivalry, and it's great that it is again, right? Because y'all are winning, y'all beating them now instead of getting trounced by them and having discount double check. I own you. That's right. I own you. I still own you. But you don't like him. And here's how, and this is the last part that I'll say. It's bad enough where friends of Matt LaFleur around the league who will remain nameless can't stand Ben Johnson because of the feelings and the treatment they know he has towards Matt LaFleur. So the point that I'm telling you, this is me, I ain't giving you an opinion. I'm telling you what I was told. So if that's the case, I love Ben Johnson. I always thought he should have been the coach of Chicago. I knew he was going to do a good job. He's done a fantastic job. And I love his personality. I love how inspirational he is with the team. I love it. All I'm saying is keep it a buck. You don't like his ass. You don't like his ass. And just say so, as opposed to hiding behind the Bears Packers.
So Ben Johnson took the job in Chicago not because he liked Caleb Williams.
I'm not saying he took the job. He's going to take the job.
I want to beat Matt LaFleur twice a year.
He did say that. He did say that in his opening press conference.
I don't like how Ben Johnson has handled this. I love how Ben Johnson has handled this. His disdain for the Green Bay Packers is a mission statement for the Chicago Bears organization, and it's a tone setter for the locker room. And it reminds me of when I was with the Baltimore Ravens, because Ozzie Newsome, former general manager, used to build his teams each and every year to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers above any and all other considerations. You know why? Because he knew that if he beat the Steelers twice a year, that his team was probably going to be in the playoffs contending for a championship.
That's right.
And if you look at the Packers franchise, they have been the model of stability the last quarter century in the National Football League.
Exactly
You're talking about them only missing the postseason 3 times in the last 17 seasons. So if you're Ben Johnson and you're beating the Green Bay Packers twice a year, this time it took a third game in the playoffs to do it, but twice a year, your team is going to end up in a good spot. And that's how they became the number 2 seed in the conference, and they're hosting a game in the divisional round.
Amen. I'm with you, Ken. I love this. And here's the thing about the handshake. The handshake wasn't even that bad. Like, he walks up, he handshakes, and First of all, no player cares about the coach's handshake. That's one. Like, I never sat around and watched the coaches to see if they liked each other or dislike. We don't care a little bit, right? Like, we're going to handle our business. Like, the dudes who play, we don't like each other. So I don't care if my coach likes or dislikes. It makes no difference. They're best buddies. I want to beat that team. I love that he gets up there and is like, this is a rivalry. I want to beat them. I want to embarrass them. I do not care. It does not hurt my feelings. And I hope Matt LaFleur feels the same way. And when they go play, they bring that energy. Because as a player, you feed off that energy and you want to have those things. And to your point, every team should design their team to win their division for home playoff games the exact way. And listen, the way he gets his team going and the way that he interacts with his squad, he was not, in my opinion, he shook the man's hand as he's running by to go celebrate with his team, right? Like he went. It happens all the time in the league. We've had guys slap each other on the back, chase each other. Like, we've had coaches be pissed at each other before.
Yeah, with Jim Harbaugh
we had an incident where players got into it post-game with Brian Branch and the Kansas City Chiefs. We've seen that.
Absolutely. Our game is not built on friendship, y'all. Like, we literally got to go beat on each other for 60 minutes. Yeah. So, like, there is a level of aggressiveness that is required for our job, which is the reason I played the game and why I love the game the way I do. And so if my coach has got a little edge, God bless him. I want to follow that.
But then you have to respect the notion that it's fair for us to ask for consistency, because not us, but there's some times when players get into it and we lament it. And we say they could have handled things better and more professionally when coaches do it. I remember when Jim Harbaugh got into, the former Detroit coach. I keep forgetting Schwartz and things. Right? So you got that going on. I'm saying we've had situations where we pointed to it and we've said, as leader of men, this is what you should be doing in a public setting.
But this to me isn't even close to those. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that. But what I'm saying to you is I don't have any problem. I love Ben Johnson. I don't have any problem with him feeling that way. But I'm like, it ain't about the Packers and the Bears. Now it is because you there, and I get that part. Yeah. But there's a reason you mentioned Matt LaFleur by name, your opening press conference.
Yeah.
You don't like him. And it ain't because he's the Packers coach. It's because of something else. Now, it might be him getting the better of you and rubbing it in when Green Bay had the advantage for years.
Right.
But I'm saying how you feel about him. It's about him to the point where it's sifted through the league, and friends of Matt LaFleur, who are coaches in the league, don't like Ben Johnson.
Well, sure. I mean, you think that whole hand-in-hand thing, like
that's right. And I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm not saying it's a problem.
This
I'm just saying it's
rivalry has been one-sided for the majority of my life. And finally, the Bears have the upper hand and beat them 2 out of 3 times. But the one time that Green Bay beat Chicago at Lambeau, this is what the handshake looked like. Roll the tape. Look at the handshake. And I love Matt LaFleur. I have mad respect for him. Look at this handshake.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
That's what I'm saying.
He did the same.
Agree.
Look, it's the same
I agree.
thing. He flew right back.
It's no big deal.
Exact same thing.
It's no big deal. I don't want to act like it's a big deal, but it was. If you did the two against each other, it's not the same.
No,
it's exactly the same.
Come on,
he ran right on by him. It is the
they ain't
same.
giving Christmas cards to each other, Stephen.
I like it. Let's not be because we won.
I like it. All I'm saying is we keep talking Bears Packers. It's not Bears Packers. It's him. That's all I'm saying.
Stephen A., I'm going to say this because you're talking about Matt LaFleur and his crew, his team behind him, not liking Ben Johnson because them other coaches better be careful.
Yeah.
Because in year 1, Ben Johnson has already turned the Chicago Bears around.
Yes.
And he's about to run Matt LaFleur out of a job.
And I believe.
Think about we got beef.
Oh, wait a minute.
And I can potentially get you fired.
He might help him keep his job. Because Matt LaFleur might walk in. I want him bad. I want him bad. I want another chance. I want him bad. It might help him stay in Green Bay.
You keep talking about bad. That's a bad man to call your shot.
That's right.
In the introductory press conference to beat him twice in that year
and come back both times.
And have that coach
and come back
on the hot seat as a result of it.
I think Ben Johnson and Chicago going to win a Super Bowl. Not this year, but I think Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams will win a Super Bowl within the next 2 years.
They're legit. They're hot right now.
And that attitude that like Ben Johnson exudes, forget the LaFleur part of it, but the way that that like masculinity, the macho-ness, like it's rubbed off on Caleb Williams. He's got the same kind of mentality on the sideline. He's getting in at play.